Alison DeSantos looks spent after his 400, but if you want to see what hurt and tired looks like, it's going to be after this.
Emily Enfield got a chance to sit next to her on the plane ride out here, got called up this week.
Got here late, but had a couple of days to get settled now when she comes through here.
Helen will definitely prefer the 5K distance over the 3 on Friday with a 29:30 road 10K PR.
Ejgayehu Taye, she was the winner in the 3,000.
Most seasoned one of everyone in here, probably my favorite to win this race.
Zoom Zoom, Nozomi Tanaka from Japan.
Nozumi, I think, as the Aussies refer her as. She would like to get to the lead, but the big question mark is, can she get to the lead with the East Africans running as fast as they have been?
Agnes Ngedit, she was second in that 3,000, the world record in the 10K on the roads.
Certainly will push the pace like she did in the 3K. I also see this being a more favorable race for her.
Whitney Morgan's a former NCAA champ for Diljit Taylor at BYU. She made the Olympic Games in the 5K final.
Unbelievable indoor season, keeps the momentum rolling. Her and Elise are going to have to keep their nose in it for a little bit longer than they did on Friday.
Mention Elise Cranny. She's 6th in the 3,000, twice an Olympic finalist in the 5,000.
Fresh off a great 10K last week, she won the 10 at the Sound Running Meets, and I think the 5 will be more favorable as well for her.
Haven't seen anybody win a slam yet that it wasn't in a first or second position, but Sagai Gebrselassie will try. She was 3rd in the 3,000.
They're trying to build the atmosphere here, give these women the right sort of rhythm. What sort of rhythm is going to be set, Carrie? We've been having a chat, haven't we, all afternoon about what's going to happen here. Is it going to be slow? When are they going to take it on? Who's going to take it on? Will anybody take it on?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're going to key off of the Africans to see how they go. I mean, they have such fast PRs, but I also think that there might be somebody that is going to say, I can't take this anymore. I got to keep it honest, like a Tanaka, like Elise Cranny, someone like that wants to get this going because they do know how fast some of these athletes can close. But we're seeing right away, Ngedit is out front.
Yeah, no surprise. I really think, been told that she's been training exceptionally well. She's very strong at the moment, is expecting to run fast. These conditions are not necessarily conducive to that. But when you're in that sort of shape, you can just say, okay, everybody, let's just go and run this hard. I'm going to do that. She had a little look around after 100 meters, saw that nobody was interested. So already she's decided, right, let's get this thing moving. Well, I think Taye just missed the jump, I thought she was just sitting back a bit too much. And that's a thankless task now because Ejgayehu is into her rhythm, is away. The two of them are going to have to try and work together, maybe hope that that gap kind of reaches a certain point, and then after that she doesn't go further away, and then they can work to try and hold her back in. But at the moment, she's extending the gap.
I actually like what she's doing. She's pushing it hard. They have to work now. They got to put the little bit of pressure on their pace to close this gap and to catch her, but she really is running very smart right now.
Back into the wind, and Ejgayehu just head down. You can see she must be aware of what's happening. I was trying to see if there are screens. The sun is shining on them. They haven't got much chance to have a look. It looks as though she's trying to have a look. She might as well look around, but that gap now is only about 2 seconds, maybe 3.
Look at how you can see Taye dips her chin down, and she really hones in on what she has to do to get through this wind, but she is definitely closing in, and you're right, she slowly is turning it over, slowly catching up, and maybe just winding it up as we talked about beforehand. That is her strategy to be able to beat this woman out front.
I should say that the gap, if it did come down to a time, between the two of them in the 3,000 meters was just 0.3 of a second. So were Ejgayehu somehow to overturn things to, the same sprint finish doesn't always play out each time. This is different. Sprinting at the end of a 5,000, a little bit different to a sprint at the end of a 3,000. Well, this is intriguing, isn't it? It's almost like a game of chess here being played out on a running track. Taye, who won the 3,000 yesterday, in her head, she's thinking, I can outkick you. I don't mind this. I don't need to do anything here. You need to do something. You need to make a move. And Ejgayehu may be thinking, I don't feel it. I really want to leave this as late as possible. Cross my fingers that I can find something in the last lap, find something in the last 200. Maybe this time I can turn the tables.
Ooh, It's going to be good. They are turning that screw, and look, we are getting so close here to 1 to go.
Into the last 500 meters, the Kenyan Ejgayehu on the left of your picture, Taye of Ethiopia. I said it in the 3,000 meters. There's a saying in track, if you've got an Ethiopian and a Kenyan sprinting, the Ethiopian often wins. Don't know why that is, but can Ejgayehu overturn the result of the 3,000? She's run so many meters more than Taye by running on the outside of a lane, and Taye this time is thinking, I'm not hanging around here, just winding you up. This isn't the big kick yet. This isn't the put your foot down. This isn't the change in the gears. That's why Ejgayehu is just hanging in there. Taye just wanting to set this up for herself.
Taye looks to be getting ready to have that final push, but Ejgayehu is trying to move a little bit to the inside. I would say get on the outside, and there she lets her in on the inside.
Well, Taye was doing what you always do, was kind of going, well, you're going to have to run wide, but that little push there, she wasn't ready to start, but that was like the motor being fired up there. Ejgayehu Taye into the home straight. She did this in the 3,000, but not quite to this effect. This time it's going to be a significant victory. Charging down the home straight has put a lot of distance between herself and Ejgayehu. Taye is going to win both races in the long distance. She's the slam champion. Ejgayehu again has to settle for second place. It was quick at the start. It slowed in the middle. And as predicted, it was quick again at the end. Gebrselassie is going to hang on for for third place, and that's where she'll finish in the overall as well. So the Ethiopian just makes it across the line, having got herself extricated from the rest of the field.
Had to try run those legs out of Taye, especially after being able to see her run so well over 3,000 meters. But yeah, just a little wake up here with 200 meters to go, watching Taye take the last 150. One little look behind there, and then it was all eyes on the finish line, and 100 grand in her pocket, just really pushing hard into this wind. It isn't an easy day out here for anyone, but especially to run 12 and a half laps. That's a long ways to go in this wind, in this heat. But look at the knee drive that Taye had, and look at how much she put on Ejgayehu. Big, big day. What a fun race. Who's to say long distance races aren't exciting? You just gotta wait for it sometimes.
And they come in all kind of shapes and sizes, as it were, distance races. We saw a one there where somebody, Ejgayehu, had a tactic, had a plan. I think just for the conditions, it might not have been the best plan. I think